Okay, now get ready. If you haven't seen this, this is stunning. So the president did nothing today at all. He doesn't do anything every day. He doesn't deal with the people's business. At 12:15, he had a take your child to work day event. I don't know whether that means Hunter Biden went to work. Maybe take your child away to Hunter there. I don't know. I didn't see him. But there are a bunch of kids there. All right, roll the tape.
What was the last country you traveled to?
The last country I've traveled, I'm thinking what's the last one I was in. I've been to 89, I met with 89 heads of state so far. So I'm trying to think, where was the last place I was? It's hard to keep track. I mean, yeah, you're right, Ireland. That's where it was. How do you know that?
He didn't remember that just a few days ago, he traveled to Ireland for almost a week. If I were a Republican politician, that's all I would bet. I just use that 30-second clip. That's it. And you come back and you go, this is who you want to go up against Xi and Putin to run the economy? Is that it? He's impaired. There's no doubt, there's no two sides to the story. He's delusional, he's impaired, he can't run the country. It's like taking the car keys away from an elderly parent. I had to do that with my mother. Okay, so it's just stunning. And then you remember yesterday. So South Korean President Yoon came to the White House and met with Mr. Biden in the morning. They had a debrief about that meeting. And as we reported yesterday and showed you, and we'll show you again, all right, Biden had to use a prompt to tell reporters what he said to Yoon and vice versa. He had to read it. He just couldn't come out and explain, well, this is what the president and I discussed. He had to look down, and it was written for him on a machine, and he had to read it. And today he doesn't remember he was in Ireland. In addition, Biden had an earpiece in that debrief where people were telling him stuff. I've never seen that before. I've been doing this 47 years. I've never seen a president have an earpiece in a debrief. Then he goes to the formal press conference, which was very short, and he has another prompt from the Los Angeles Times, a woman named Courtney Subramanian, who is the Times White House reporter. He has in his hand what Courtney's question is going to be and her picture. So he can call on her and already have a rehearsed answer. Now that is against every journalism rule in the world. So we called the Los Angeles Times and politely said, you got a comment on this? And the woman, Hillary Manning, Vice President of Communications, LA Times, said, our reporter did not submit any questions in advance. Well, then how did Biden have the question on a sheet? How? It's impossible. Is he Miss Cleo? Is he a psychic now? He's got the woman's picture and her question on a sheet, calls on her, she asks the exact same question that's on the sheet. LA Times. Now, if you know anything about that newspaper, you know it's in the tank. It's a horrible piece of garbage. And it used to be one of the best newspapers in the world. This is just stunning. And then the spokesperson, as I said, no, we didn't get the... Well, then how did he get it? Was it magic? The corruption, that is so corrupt, I can't even tell you how corrupt that is. To give the President of the United States a question in advance so he can call on you and have a rehearsed answer in a press conference, national, worldwide press conference. Unbelievable.